Coming here in South Africa, because South Africa is very, very key,
All right.
extremely key to the revival and the restoration of the glory of Africa. I started by talking about something God told me about 27, 25 years ago, which is the Africa's Dream sound, a sound that is not a Nigerian sound, that is not a Kenyan sound, a Swahili sound, not a West African sound, a Juju high life,
Yeah.
not, the East African sound, Libya, Egypt, but it's a sound called, sort of like manna music,
Okay.
prophetic sounds, manna music. Manna means, what is this? It's a Hebrew word that means, what is this? So it's a kind of a worship, a posture, an expression of sound that comes from the East of the Feast of Incense that is very, very unique.
Okay.
It brings healing. It brings restoration. You can see the power of God. And, particularly South Africans are some of the most gifted, extremely talented sets of Africans.
Hello, you welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Just Cheesy. So guys, this video is actually one of the best videos that you will come across today. Trust me, this video is everything. Like, I saw this video and I fell in love with this video. Actually, most South Africans do not really know why I keep uploading South African songs, video songs, and the gospel musics, even though I don't really know the meaning. But trust me, I've said it countless times that South African songs has the spirit that it comes with. That no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter where you're coming from, the very moment you hear South Africans singing, you there's nothing that will ever make you not to either dance along or even vibe along with what they are singing. You don't even need to know the meaning of what they are saying. So I think there is this spirit that is behind South African songs. So in this video, a Nigerian, I don't know whether this man is a prophet, a Nigerian pastor, I don't know whether he's a pastor or he's a prophet, because from the way he spoke, he sounded like a man of God, right? So in this video, he shared his revelations. Yes, God revealed to him that South Africans has this unique sound that will reunite and restore Africans, right? And I think, like, I can comfortably tell you that I confirmed the prophecy to be true, because I know a lot of people, like countless Africans, not South Africans anyway, countless people, Nigerians, that keeps writing me in my WhatsApp, thanking me for the South African songs, that they are now falling in love with the South African. So like that one, I said it few days ago, right? Good. That they are so excited that through the South African songs that I have been uploading, that right now their heart is no longer heavy towards South Africans like the way it used to be, right? That right now, because of the South African songs that I've been uploading, that they are now beginning to love South Africans. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. So the very moment I watched this video, I said to myself, wow, wow, this is just God. This is God talking to this man, because I can confirm it to be true. But I wouldn't want to talk much. Please, I really like you to please kindly watch this video to the end, and when we come back, then I will have to react more to it.
Coming here in South Africa, because South Africa is very, very key.
All right.
Extremely key to the revival and the restoration of the glory of Africa. I started by talking about something God told me about 27, 25 years ago, which is the Africa's Dream sound, a sound that is not a Nigerian sound, that is not a Kenyan sound, a Swahili sound, not a West African sound, a Juju high life,
Yeah.
not, the East African sound, Libya, Egypt, but it's a sound called, sort of like manna music.
Okay.
Prophetic sounds, manna music. Manna means, what is this? It's a Hebrew word that means, what is this? So it's a kind of a worship, a posture, an expression of sound that comes from the East of the Feast of Incense that is very, very unique.
Okay.
It brings healing. It brings restoration. You can see the power of God. And, particularly South Africans are some of the most gifted, extremely talented sets of Africans.
True.
Of people that God has gifted with sounds, with harmony, with choruses,
This
with
my
so much excellence.
my in-laws can
Yes.
sing with
Yes, almost every
no,
house
with no
has-
drum.
has people that can hit the chart.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you. So music is strongly redemptive nature or culture or talent that God has given in them. But the feast brings prophetic worship,
Okay.
a spirit-filled worship,
Okay.
so that the gifts, the talent are becoming sort of like anointed in a way to bring prophecy, to bring answers, to bring solutions to nations, to take the ministry of worship to another level of real deep consecration and healing to the land.
Okay.
So that is why the feast is here. And it's here to demystify the revelation or the notion around Afrophobia or xenophobia.
Okay.
Because when it comes to the kingdom, there is no Afrophobia. There's no xenophobia. When it comes to kingdom, it talks about the Messiah. Jesus is that unity point. Like the Bible says, there's no Jew, there is no Gentile.
True.
There is no Swahili, there's no Zulu. There's no
there's no Yoruba, neither there is a
no Yoruba, no Liberian. There is just one new man. Okay, it talks about we have all been made to drink of one spirit. So it's a season of that one spirit that needs to come out of the continent of Africa.
Okay.
And South Africa is a mouthpiece. If there is to be a change, a wind of change, then it has to start from South Africa. If there's to be a decay, decadence and corruption, then it will be seen in Africa. So South Africa is sort of like a mirror that shows Africa herself to herself.
He said something around the whole issue of South Africa. You said something around the whole issue of South Africa being the mouthpiece. And I've said this several times, that Nigerian is triggered. From this map we see here, we see this very particular place here, which says, shows Nigeria as a trigger, and here's a mouthpiece. The truth of it is the fact that South Africa is the only nation in Africa that has the word Africa in it. And it is not by mistake, it's by design. We all understand that people are pioneering and pushing narrative and petitioning that South African name be changed to Azania. And I said to somebody, I said, see, the name would change, but until South Africa fulfill its prophetic mandate.
The prophetic mandate.
And until the voice of
Guys, I sincerely agree that South Africa is the key to the revival and the restoration of the glory of Africa. Yes, and I also want to agree that South Africans are the most talented people that God has gifted with this sound, like this unique sound with no drum. And I think that God is gradually reuniting and restoring Africa through South Africa. Yeah, through South African songs. Because I know that most South Africans may not really know this. They may think that this is what we do on daily basis, is nothing. But believe me, other people that are not South Africans know that there's this unique sound. Like each time South Africans are singing, there is this unique sound that comes out from that. You don't even need to know what they are singing. You don't need to know the meaning of what they are saying. But there is this thing. There's this irresistible sound that comes with South African songs that you can't say no. You can't even resist it. You must fall in love with South African songs. Yes, I know that South Africans, to them, is nothing because they were born for this. This is what they listen to on a daily basis, like every day of their life. So to them is nothing. And most times, I think when they see Nigerians vibing to South African songs, they be like, maybe she's pretending. Oh, maybe she's this. Maybe. Oh, come on, sister, brother, you don't have to bother yourself. You don't have to stress yourself so much. This is something we can't resist. And when you fall in love with South African songs, indirectly, you're now falling in love with South Africans, and you can't resist it. Oh, you can't resist it. If you resist it, you end up having issues with yourself. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So I sincerely and I wholeheartedly agree to what this man of God said, that God is reuniting Africa and is restoring Africa's glory. Especially that one. I agree to that one, that God is restoring Africa's glory through South African sounds, through South Africans and through South African songs and sounds.